Hey guys, welcome back to Materia D&D, part 2 of session 136, where we play D&D our way. And the Menagerie is on the road again. It's been a little while for them, but they are heading west as hired hired protection for some of the Dusty Picks wagons. And they had a send-off with was mostly a surprise. Where the town thanked them for everything they did. The two stand-in leaders of Umiko Ichi and Scoot Ultra Blue, and there was the unveiling of a bronze cast statue of the Menagerie and their friends. And by their friends, I mean Pebble and Lunan. And they have been traveling west along the Mason Fair Byway for X amount of time. I don't know how much you guys want to do stuff on the road. Hey, we have a cat on stream. Everything's back to normal. That's good. Everything's good. It's not mine. It's not Jones, the DM.
Oh,
Another
This one's not chaotic. Very upset he wasn't given a second supper.
Oh, the non-second supper cat. Oh no.
Yeah, so if you look at him, he actually is very sad right now. He's just like, I'm dying, I'm withering away, life is over.
He's wasting away because he didn't get second supper. But yes,
go
the
ahead.
Menagerie is heading west along the Mason Fair, and this is a trip that will take some time, though it is going to go fairly quickly in the fact that they are on schedule and that they are, the oxen, the plains, not the oxen, the plains cows that are used to pull this are able to easily travel longer distances through the night with less rest, as they are more hardy breed than like your mules and such. So where a typical travel day might be 8 hours for a standard caravan, these go about 12 hours. So it does add up over time. And if the Menagerie doesn't want to do any pit stops or role play along the way, we will pick up with you guys approaching Whitlaw proper itself.
Whitlaw or Volpine?
We can go to Volpine if you wish to make a stop there. It's like I said, it's up to you guys.
I don't have to, but if anybody else wants to, it'd be fun.
We could see Navori.
Right. And Meeker and the family whose name I can't recall at the moment that runs
Weatherbees.
the Weatherbees, right?
Yeah.
And you can
I visit Simon while we're there?
Well, you always are. Your Simon's always with you, so.
You are
always
Simon. We are Simon.
No, it's up to you guys. Like I said, you guys have to tell me like if because travel. Let's see. So travel, standard travel. Let me see if I got it. Is it tracker? No, not tracker. Distances. So please tell me I have this. So Volpine to Carver is about 48 hours of travel. So that's about 6 days normal. But since you're going extra hours, it's about 4 days of travel to get to Carver. To Volpine from Carver, because of the type of caravans that you guys are traveling on. And then from Volpine to Whitlaw, it would be another 36 hours, so just about 3 days. So in total, you'll be traveling a week. So if you guys don't spend any nights anywhere else except like on the road, you guys are leaving the afternoon of the 1st. You will arrive to Whitlaw later afternoon, the 8th of Everly.
I'm okay with some time in Volpine, yeah.
Sure, let's do it. Stop.
Yep.
All right,
Kind of
so
want to ask Navori to do something, actually.
our friend's all happy. All right, so actually, wife was all happy. All right, so like I said, it would be normally 6 days, but y'all get there in 4 days. So from the first to the second, second to the third, third to fourth. So you get there on Friday, in the afternoon. You start pulling up, and in the distance, you see the the worked fields being ready for grazing for the plains cows. Along the way, Davis, Rock, and Al, you pass the Pathmaker's stone where you first met, uh, having little flashbacks of Rock being literal cover for some of the bandits as he was sleeping, Al getting knocked down on the floor real bad. And, your first encounter with Grissa, she came in and saved uh, Sam's life, I think it was.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, so the menagerie heads on towards, and in the distance, do I have my Volpine stuff ready? Volpine. Okay. No, we don't need you. You're not here. We'll just put them on the GM layer. Loon, I need to get another token for her, but there you go. The Menagerie. 5. Let me go find that. Alright. It's coming up onto your original city for where the story of the menagerie, started. You see the ever familiar fields, the trees. At this time of year, it would be coming into springish, I think. Does that make sense? No, it's the opposite. Sorry. So it was summer. It's going into fall. So a lot of the greens are turning into those vibrant oranges, reds, browns, yellows. There is, as you travel, there's always that chill in the evening, though not terrible, and absolutely, it's 100% bearable as you guys are traveling in a covered caravan and everything with supplies. And as you make stops at the night, there's campfires and everything is good. But you roll in to, the humble, small Volpine in comparison to all the other places that you've stayed. Actually, I should put that back. It's bigger than Carver. But you see people in the distance working the fields, guiding various roaming herds of plains cows. And as you approach from the eastern side of town, the city is yours.
We own it.
I mean, you have a you are very very much
I mean,
welcome here.
I will recommend that we go to the Silver Spur because it's going to be like midday or is it like late afternoon? What time do you say?
Yeah, like later in the afternoon. I will say something that is a little bit new, and it's kind of just to show that the joint settlements of the Foxwoods are unified. That on the way in, you see stakes and banners along the path of the Mason Fair and along some of the exterior buildings of. Okay, gotcha. You see the crest with the fox's head amongst the white background with the stylization and the blue flowers. So you are actually seeing some like the coat of arms of the Foxwoods. And as you do head in, knowing easily how to get to the Silver Spur Tavern, you get there, and it is, it's not super busy. Uh, you are not necessarily making a scene or getting noticed, as it's just a caravan coming through. As the caravan does travel in, uh, 2 members of the cause ride up next to it just to have discussion with the lead caravan, seeing what their business is, but not stopping them, just having dialogue. And you overhear
The walk and talk.
yeah, it's a walk and talk. You overhear them saying, "Travel's been good. It's been fairly peaceful on the Mason Fair, but they're 4 days out from Whitlaw. Sorry, that they're 4 days out from Carver, and they have a little bit of discussion about how it's recovering and all that, and that they're just carrying, because there's the symbol of the Dusty Pick on the, so they know who they are. And just saying that, yeah, we're gonna no plans on real stopping. We'll make a small little, stretch the
Hey,
legs.
hey, buddy. Hi. Uh, is Meeker here at his place, or is he over at the crap? I don't remember the name of the place. It's the barracks, but I don't remember. There's like a name for it. I forget what it's called.
Oh, no, Meeker is he'll be right at the Silver Spur at this time of the day.
Perfect. Thanks.
Pleasure.
While you guys do that, I intend on going to go see Navori, and she has a scrying pool that I intend on asking her to use.
For what?
Just for peace of mind.
Insight check.
Go for it. Choice, like how, what are you trying
21
to,
insight. Oh, I don't think he's. That's all it is. Like, there's something specific.
yeah.
Let's see.
Why doesn't he want to tell me there's something specific?
Yeah, so it'd be deception check because you're trying to.
I mean, yeah, obviously I know what it is, but Davis doesn't.
Trying to lie.
It's
You
not.
lied to me.
It's not. It's not a complete lie, but it's
What'd
not
you
all
get
the
on your
truth.
deception check?
16.
Yeah, I read you. I'm like,
He reads you. So.
okay, well, tell her we're gonna be here at the Silver Spur hanging with Meeker if you guys want to come join us after you're done.
Sure.
The caravan lead will say, you boys have 3 hours to do what you need to do. We'll be at the western end of town by the watchtower, getting the plains cow some feed and some water.
Okay.
See you in about 3. There you go.
Don't be
We'd
such
like
a
to,
hard
but
ass.
not-
All right.
We're on schedule, you know it.
Hey, Scoot said I was his friend, so he would wait a little bit if he had to.
You know, they probably got pretty good feed here in Vulpine, right? For the caravan horses
They
or
have
whatever is carrying this.
the best for the plains cows.
Right.
This is what it's
How
known for.
much? How much is
Mm.
feed in a town?
Oh, for one of these guys,
Yeah.
I think it runs us about. I think it runs about 3 to 5 gold, depending on the season, for a stop. I mean, they eat a lot. They eat a lot.
Davis
To
walks
get
off.
you, yeah, to get you just in case. I don't remember. No, I don't think you actually saw them. So plains cows, just for the sake of kind of your visual imagination of them, imagine like ancient buffalo with like larger horns and like big. So they are native to the harvest wheat is the hulking plains cow and exceptionally sturdy beasts of burden used by the people in central ruinous countries. Though herds of wild plains cows still roam the prairies, domesticated plains cows are now used as mounts, pack animals, and sometimes even livestock. Plains cows are unusually empathetic for beasts and often bond with their riders for life. Plains cows stand 6 to 7 feet tall at the shoulder, weigh about 2 tons, and can easily carry 1,500 pounds and live for 70 or more years. They're traded and bought across Rune for about 200 gold pieces each. But the best of the best come from Vulpine, where a single plains cow can easily fetch 500 gold pieces or more.
I'm gonna hand him 2 gold. Here for the good stuff for our will-be transports here in a minute, okay?
Well, appreciate it.
And I'll walk off too.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess we'll start with Davis and whoever is going to go to the Silver Spur Saloon.
Who's joining?
as, you know, much like all of Volpine, it's in the white, white clay walls that are, painted and stained, wooden exteriors, kind of give highlight, thatch roofs.
So yeah, there's the mayoral patch, and then what's this district called, or what's this area called?
Or, let me see if I got the other one. I think it's the old district actually. I think
Oh, okay.
legit what it's called if I remember right. Because it's so you're in the old.
Oh, the old district. Okay. Oh, Sparkfields
Yeah.
is what I was thinking. The barracks is down here in the Sparksfield, I think, right?
Yeah,
Sparkfields.
right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Silver Spur is like over here somewhere.
Yeah. So mayoral patch. This is over here somewhere is where the Fox Den is. Sparkfields, which you guys have spent the least amount of time at. This big one right here is the general store. This one over here is
Morgan's place.
yeah, well, it's Baxter's place.
Oh, Baxter's place. That's right. That's right.
And then the one attached is Morgan's Smithery. Down here, next to the Sparkfields, and like in between the old district and that is the barracks area. And then that's town center. So let me go ahead and move. Yeah, mayoral patch, Silver Spur. That looks more accurate.
Nice.
And I gotta include mine.
Real quick, I might have misremembered something. Is map north Cardinal north?
I fixed it. Yes. So this is now fixed. You used to have like the original
Yeah,
map
it used to
where
be
it was
oriented where like this was north.
Yes, yes, yes. But I
Okay,
fixed
okay. But now it's just
So
true north. Okay.
this is true north. This is
Yeah,
accurate.
this is the Mason Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connector.
I'm glad I didn't get the first 30 sessions wrong. I was like, something's off.
No, no, no.
This is
And
good.
they will be the caravan will be waiting down here at the last watchtower.
So the Weatherby's place is like over here somewhere or something like that?
Yes,
Like in a
exactly.
hill or something
Yeah.
down
Yeah,
here? Okay.
Fox's
It's
Den?
Fox Den. Yeah, the
Oh,
Fox Den.
nice. Well
Yeah.
done.
It's literally like a hobbit. Like it's a hobbit.
Built in a hill, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a big old tree in a wall too, because that's where Grizzly comes through and Pan would come through.
Yep.
I'm concerned with the hay beds. Are they still good? Nice and comfy?
Premium hay.
Marb knows. He knows the best of it.
He rated it top of his list.
He did like it.
Marb's Yelp review.
Best hay I've ever slept on.
Oh no, I can't. Oh, it's because it's a beast token. That's right. That's what it is. Beast token. So you head into the Silver Spur. At this time of day, there's definitely a few people in there, as it's for some it's the end of the workday. It's been not a rough, but it's been a strenuous day of either herding cattle, working at the general store, or just daily life. And it is Friday, so people are ready for, while like a true weekend doesn't necessarily exist, but they're ready for the opportunity to sleep in the following day and take it easier.
So is anybody joining me? Okay then.
Is there like is this one part here like a town?
Yeah, that's basically like representing the town square.
It's like where
Yeah,
the...
that's where I would have.
Oh, okay. It's like where the tent was when we fought Simon for the first time. Maybe Simon.
Yeah.
Hooded guy.
Yeah.
That's the direction that I went.
Okay. So you're going here. You're in the town square.
Dragnar is stupid.
And the GM
Be
below.
gone. Deleted.
All right. Taros and Al, y'all are free to kind of do as you wish.
Al miss Davis with the initial walk off, so he's gonna.
I mean, you know where I'm going, but okay.
He's like, I have no clue. No.
What was that drinking game at the bar? Just do that.
We don't talk about that.
It wasn't so much a game as just drink as much as you can.
Oh god.
It was like the whatever buster, ogre busters, and then later on it was the giant slayers or something. I don't remember what it was.
Giant guzzler.
Giant guzzler. That's what it
Guzzling giant. It's guzzling giants. It's the ogre busters and the guzzling giants.
and that was in Green Hill though, but yeah.
Meet back in 3 hours and come back just absolutely trash.
Tanked.
Dash,
Crawling
you remember how I
to
told
the
you,
fucking rendezvous point.
Dash, you remember how I told you the hay beds are real comfortable? It's because I couldn't make it to my room that night. It's just, I don't,
Wait,
I'm,
did you
I'm
black out
probably
in
not,
the hay one night?
I didn't black out, but I was
You
not
didn't
having a
come
good
to the
time
room?
the next morning.
Oh.
I didn't come to the room, no.
Alright.
I think almost everyone at this point that has come through the Fox Den has slept not in the Fox Den beds at this point.
I'm pretty sure I always made it to bed.
I said like almost everyone.
Okay.
What is
I don't
Constitution?
count
I don't
because I've
believe
only
in
been
that.
there once.
I mean, I was fucked up, but I made it to bed.
But if we are celebrating the Fox, then I'll have one, but only the one.
So, all right. So Davis, as you depart, Carlos and Al, anywhere that you guys are going immediately? Excuse me.
I'll go get some lunch at the den.
You'll head to
Then
the
we go.
den. All right. And Al, you're headed to the den as well.
Yeah, we're talking lunch. I'm on board.
Okay.
I think they have lunch here too, bye guys.
But you guys know the vegan options at
It's
the
true.
den are delicious. So Al, Davis, as the caravan continues to trundle on through town, rolling by the old district, you see them make the turn out of sight. And you look up, Silver Spur Saloon. People, pardon me, walking through, pushing open the swinging door. The old school,
Oh wow. Yeah.
country west.
I mean, it's a saloon after all.
Yeah, you walk in, you look around. It's got the proper one-story with like the seated side benches on each side of the building. There's some tables with some wooden chairs in there. There's the bar at the end. Uh,
I'll just
and
head right
then
up and ask for Meeker. I'll just be like, hey, Meeker around? I was told he'd be here.
yeah, oh yeah. Davis, right?
Yeah, you remember. No,
Here.
yeah, nice. Good.
Yeah. No,
I'm sorry, what was your
What's
name?
his name?
I literally just, what was your name?
Derek. Pleasure.
Derek. Nice to meet you.
Big. He's a human. Big meaty hand to meet you. To give you a big handshake. He's got like the full goatee beard going on. Very white, but though very neatly trimmed. Wearing a linen long sleeve shirt that he's got white that's rolled up, so it's like a short sleeve. Simple dark green like apron. Behind there is just like pouring drinks and taking orders.
Yeah, Derek, if
Good
you
to
wouldn't
see
mind
you.
just giving him a shout saying, letting him know I'm here. I just came to visit.
Sounds good. Get you anything while we're chatting? He's going reaching over to like a keg, kind of taking it
Yeah,
off the
just like,
wall.
do you have like a light mead? Like something not too heavy, but a little
Yeah,
sweet, but a little something to take the edge off.
from the summer collection. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, it should be aged nice and stuff, right? Yeah.
Right. Yes. More honey or
Yeah, a little more honey. Let's on the sweeter side. I like sweet stuff.
got it. I'll get it to you in 2 minutes. I gotta go run to the back and get it. I'll get Meeker.
Perfect. Thanks.
And you see, he kind of walks on. No, probably in his early 50s, but still a built individual. Walks by, and as you're kind of sitting there, just kind of taking in the atmosphere, Davis, people are still going on with their lives. You can smell the different types of foods, very much the smell of like bacon and pork products in the air. There's this scent of like, potatoes, like hash browns and mashed potato kind of dishes. Yeah, lard and potatoes, basically.
Okay.
As Anita comes bursting through the door, it's like lard. It smells like lard.
Yeah.
And then you hear like the clinking of glasses and mugs, and them being set down on the tables. Volpine is Volpine. It hasn't changed much. It's a far cry from the hostilities that you were introduced to. As you're kind of taking it in, you hear the sound of a glass being put down and slid, in your direction, and as you look, Derek is sliding over your summer mead,
Appreciate
and
it.
as he kind of steps to the side, you see Meeker is behind him, and he's like blocked off completely.
Hey, look at who's here.
Tips his hat. Davis, pleasure. What are you doing in my establishment? What are you doing in Volpine?
Just passing through actually. So, I mean, I'm assuming you heard what all went down in Carver, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ascended. Sorry, I haven't been there personally. At least
Oh yeah,
not.
that's fine. That's fine. I mean, there's all sorts of people coming in and helping out, and I mean, we've passed around, like we've made a couple of trips out and back since then, but yeah, the whole
Okay.
gang is here. I thought maybe some of them would join me, but it seems like they all just kind of wanted to go do their own thing, which,
Ah,
But I thought I'd come say hey to my good friend Meeker, and I don't think I really need this anymore. This was fun, but I don't think I need it. And I'll give him back his insignia, his old ass verdant cause insignia.
you still got this.
Yeah, yeah. I was, and I figured maybe you guys are recruiting more, and maybe you need some of these or something. I don't know. But I think, before people didn't really know who we were, and it kind of helped maybe grease some palms a little bit. But
I mean,
yeah, I think we kind of are recognized most places now.
yeah.
So, hey, you know Scoot up in or over there in Carver, right?
Well, you're recognizable for sure.
Yeah, you want to
I mean,
know? You want to know what he did for us when we saved his town? He named part of his building, like the wings of one of his buildings after us. So when's this place gonna get renamed to the Crass Menagerie Saloon? Huh?
never. Though nice try.
Okay, okay.
Uh, Scoot is a softie inside of that rough
Surprisingly,
exterior. Yeah,
surprisingly,
yeah.
yeah, he's a good
So,
guy. I'm just messing with you.
no, I get it. But enjoy the mead. Good to see you. Actually, speaking of people passing through, we got a couple of them college folks, I think, leaving in a couple of days
They're
for
here
that
now.
trek up. Yeah, they're upstairs.
Are they like so? Where are they from? Are they from like Whitlaw? That's the only place I know with like.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're some fascination folks.
Really?
They're yeah, they're
Joel was it one of them? Joel? Or and then fuck, I had the name. It's like starts with an H. Fuck, what was it?
Herondal.
Hadriel, I think. Hadriel.
Hadriel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Is it
but
Joel Hadriel? I've met them.
it would not be Joel. I actually didn't even consider Hadriel coming down, but Hadriel would be interested. Let's see. Let me look up real quick.
Sure.
Because I know they were Mr. Scribes.
Was Hadriel was the Tengu, right? Because Joel was
Yeah. Oh,
like
curator
Morgan.
of
He was like a
Supernatural.
Goliath, right? Or she was
Yes.
she was Goliath.
Joel. Yeah. So you know what? I'll say yeah. Actually, yeah. They're. I think the curator of the Supernatural is actually with them. So
What?
Hadriel rings a bell, and then Derek's listening in. Yeah, Hadriel's here.
Oh,
That's right, sir.
do you know what they're doing here?
Resting.
Huh.
They've been traveling. We got, the Silver Spur, the upstairs right now. It's basically on continuous rental to the colleges since they're sending people to go check out that spooky storm cloud.
Oh, okay. So they're working. Okay, I'll like to hear that.
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty. Because we were heading to Whitlaw, and that was one of the places we were gonna go. I mean, we're probably still gonna go there anyway, but wouldn't help if we could talk to them. You know what?
Oh.
We only got a couple of hours, and I think I'm guessing they were. I know where Seach. I'm gonna go check a couple of places for Al and the other guys.
Francisco.
And
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
My version.
My version. So, thanks. Hope, like I said, we're heading to Whitlaw. So if you're in Whitlaw, I don't know where we're gonna stay. We were at Bucking Mads for a while. Maybe there. Who knows?
Oh, Seb's little place. Yeah.
Right. Or yeah. Thanks. Good to see you. Glad Volpine's doing great.
Bobine's doing great. The thing that will not be named has not caused any problems. Still hidden.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And by the way, Dregnor would say hi. He's. Do you know the Candlelighters? You heard of them?
Good folk.
Okay, good.
Always
Yeah,
welcome.
he's kind of palling around with them for a little bit.
That knuckle bruising, nose breaking,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Like much more rules and
Huh.
yeah, but yeah, whatever. He's softened in his pursuits these days a bit too, so maybe it's a good fit for now.
That is unexpected, to say the least, but I'm okay with this.
Yeah, no. I think everybody wins there. It's just still, like you said, unexpected. Okay,
Very
yeah, I
cute.
gotta go. We might be back here. You gonna be here all day? Or are you heading over to Parkfields or anything?
Honestly, I'm just gonna take it easy here, and then probably if I don't fall asleep in the back, just go home later.
Okay, well, if I don't see
Keeping it
you,
quiet.
thank you so much. It's good seeing you again. We'll be up in Whitlaw for you, if you need anything.
Sounds great.
But maybe I'll see you again. And then so I'll just big hearty handshake. I'll do the handshake into a hug thing.
Yeah, he'll take the handshake. He'll, as you go in for the hug, he kind of puts his head up so his brim of his hat doesn't hit you. You know. He's
All right.
like, pleasure.
Thanks as always.
I'll let the college folks know that
Cool.
you'll pass them through. Yep. Till next time. Be safe
Till
out
next time.
there.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
And then I'll just. I mean, I guess I don't know if I would think to necessarily go to the Weatherby's. I'll go to the Memorial Patch actually. I'll go to Navori's place because I don't know where everybody else went. So.
Gotcha. Mark off a silver for the summer meet.
He didn't pay for my drink. Son of a bitch.
Son of
Whoa!
a bitch.
After all we've been through.
I don't have that much.
Oh no.
I know I have enough for a
Of
silver.
course you do.
Hey, it's like it's like 3% of my funds, 2.5% of my funds.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we'll have you heading on over. All right. Says
Yes.
you ready? All right. So you walk up to uh the large wooden building, and most of the buildings here are that style with the dark wood framing, wood lattice work in a sense, and you see like the stone is covered in a like a whited clay, kind of giving it a smooth exterior. However, the mayoral building at the mayoral patch is heavily overgrown. Lots of plants growing up the side of the building. The fence and gating around it has vines and bushes. Um, while looking overgrown, it is still very pleasant and beautiful. Uh, so you approach, and what are you trying to do?
I'm just kind of like open the door and walk in if it's unlocked.
As you go to open the door, you know, um, it is locked, and you knock, and then as you knock, the door opens, and before you is a emerald-hued Earth Genasi with spiky hair looking at you. Serge, pleasure.
Hey,
What can
pleasure's
I
all
do
mine.
for you?
Um, Navori, is she here?
The mayor is in. She's actually in a good mood today.
Oh,
So,
splendid. Good day to catch her
mm,
then, huh?
it's a Friday. I swear she goes by the days. But
I can understand that,
Mhm.
especially with mayoral duties and all.
yeah, I'm just glad she's not causing an earthquake today. So, would you
Scary,
like?
scary stuff.
Mm-hmm. The fissure is still out back if you ever want just a reminder of how not to make the boss lady mad.
I'll be sure to try my hardest. But yes, I would love to meet with her,
Oh, well,
if possible.
she is out in the gardens amongst, the garden, as it were to
Ah,
be said.
perfect. And I just walk off past him.
Yeah, it's like, just make sure all the way to the end and take a right.
If anybody else comes, just tell them where I'm at.
Very well. Are all of you in? As you're having this yelling discussion through the halls. Okay. So you walk in, and the mayoral patch. It is, it's a standard building, though large. And throughout the entirety of the building, there are potted plants and just keeping it lively and green in here. You get to the end, you turn right, and you see that the doors to the outside are fully open, and you can feel some of the cooler breeze as the sun is still up, but it is going from, is going to dusk soonish, and well, not too soon, but soonish. And you head out, and you enter a beautiful garden, left to its natural devices, though you can tell that there is still a hand in how the plants grow and where there are natural pathways. You hear the singing and chirping of birds. You see butterflies flying from flower to flower, honeybees, etc. Very peaceful, very pleasant. You hear the trickle of water as there's some sort of water fountain or something. What do you do?
Navori, hello?
What's your passive perception?
Hi.
18, 19?
Passive perception 19 now. It went up.
All right.
Proficiency.
All right, let me just flip a coin. I'm just going to do. Did it work? I didn't do it. I did. Okay. Yeah. So as you go, you call out for Navori, and then you kind of get like that sixth sense that someone's coming like right behind you. And as Navori is about to like kind of poke you, you turn around and see her. It's like, damn. Hey, Seach.
Hi. Hey, if you scared me, I might have, I don't know,
Done
not very
nothing.
dangerous.
You don't strike me as the hitting first type. Well, what's up, big buddy?
Well, I just wanted to ask. I mean, I did talk to you a bunch through sending well, in the past months or so.
Hmm.
Especially with all that Carver shit. That was crazy.
Hey, you handled that shit well, and I do appreciate all the Menagerie XOs.
Huh,
It's the times you forget them. It's like there's something missing.
that's
So,
true. And that wasn't my idea.
oh no, they've been doing it since they were doing
Oh,
handwritten letters.
I see.
Mm. But hey, welcome to my garden. I have this
Well,
feeling you wanted to ask or talk about something.
I mean, a thing or two, yeah. Um,
Okay.
First off, I remember we talked about that mysterious tree in the mountain.
Yes.
Did you
So
glean anything from that? We couldn't spend any time with it because, impending dragon, It's like we couldn't sit with the
no,
tree that long with the dragon at our feet.
that's true. Dragons are scary. Don't ever want to go up against a dragon again myself. Um,
Not to
no.
not to blow my own horn or anything.
Toot your own trunk, you mean?
Hey,
Come
where
on,
did you learn that one from?
halfling humor. It's the best. Listen, the tree, the the sisters of Brissa's Grove are trying to understand it. As far as I know, it's alien to them. They don't completely get it either. Uh,
I
That
see.
sapling seems to be that the grove that they set up around seems to be related to it. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, I have a thing with nature and kind of looks around.
You don't say.
Don't really think I get what that is. It's a tree, but it's not a tree. It's a plant, but it's more. It's just
That's the thing
it's a
with nature,
mystery.
right? And it's not a thing of nature. That's
Well,
scary.
it's a thing maybe like to to emulate nature, but it doesn't do the best job, if that makes sense.
I guess
I
it's
don't
not a tree and it's not nature. I don't know.
I
Well,
don't
that's
yeah.
interesting. I just had no idea that if you had any information on it or not. But that's okay. It's not
This is
really why I'm here anyway.
okay. I kind of felt that, but yeah, just if you care, the sisters are trying to understand the tree. I just wait for their feedback. And by the sisters, she means the dryads.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is it that I could actually help you with, or what do you need from me?
I can't remember if you told me or not, or that I just sleuthed it out of the corner of my eye last time. I can't remember, but you have a pool of scrying, correct? Somebody I think told me that you have a pool of scrying here in your grove.
I do. Do you need to borrow it?
I please.
I mean, I'm not using it. Ashton, for sure, as hell ain't using it. So, by all means, you might just have to ask the birds if you can use it.
The birds?
It, it was a
Oh, is
joke.
it?
It
Oh, do the birds bathe in it or something?
they drink from it, bathe in it. Hey, it's a pool, but hey, it's part of my garden. There's a lot of good vibes and influence here. So there you go. You got it. Well, if you want to use it, just open up those big ears of yours and find the sound of trickling water. You'll find the pool.
My big elephant ears twitch over and over. I think I know where it's at.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Very well. If you need help, just you know what? Give me a big old trumpet, and I'll come by. Otherwise, I'm gonna get back to looking at my butterflies.
Hey,
Just gonna-
you do you. I'm glad I didn't have to interrupt your very rigorous study of butterflies.
Nah, I just like watching them. They make me happy.
I
No,
agree.
there's no studying here. They're just pretty. And another one just kind of flies through in front of her face and just kind of walks off, following it.
I'll put my finger out before she leaves,
Uh
trying to
huh.
catch a butterfly.
Give me a charisma check. So D20 plus your charisma. You know what? It could
Uh,
be a charisma nature check if you happen to be proficient in nature.
nope.
Okay, so just charisma check.
Uh, 9 total.
9. You go for a butterfly, and it doesn't land on your finger, and then you kind of turn, and then a bee lands like in the middle of your trunk. It's kind of looking at you. Buzz, buzz, and it buzzes off.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad you didn't see that. Anyways, I should be off now
All right.
before another bee stings me or something.
All right. So you approach. You listen to the sounds. You find the trickling water, and indeed, it is a beautiful, uh, natural, like enclosed little pool. Uh, Various blooming flowers all around it. There are along the edges. There's thick, heavy lily pads. Though the lilies themselves are not in bloom. They're closed at this time. Uh, from the rocks, there's a cascade of very slow trickling water. It's coming up from like a natural spring and kind of recycling it as the water would then like seep down into the base, go through the sedimentary rock, and then kind of as it's this natural cycle. As you look into this very peaceful and happy pool, you do see various birds kind of on the edge drinking, a couple of them sitting on some of the larger pads. And as you look into the water, that's very clear. You do see like the natural algae that are built up, but you also see various small freshwater fish kind of swimming and just living their best lives. You see the reflection of the sun as it's kind of overhead, kind of more toward the western side as it is on towards its descent, kind of reflecting off. So you have the pool to yourself. Well, with nature.
I'll take my dagger and place it in the pool where I could still get it. Doesn't float away or anything, but I
Sure.
place it in there, and then I'm gonna try to scry for using the pool. I'm not I know how to do the spell as far as I have it in my kit as a cleric, so
1 second.
I'll try to scry my brother.
All right, Sej. So what's gonna happen real quick? Think about what you want to scry. I'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Just gonna walk and need it down. Okay. So
Surely.
not a real break. Just a quick little pause. Cool.
Mhm.
Just then I bust in. Ha ha! I knew you were lying. I'm just kidding.
You lied to me.
Wait a minute. I thought you guys were just gonna be banging.
Later.
Oh yeah.
Some cleric on cleric action.
That's true. I hadn't thought of that.
Powerful.
This is how little clerics are made.
Don't worry, if one passes out, we have cure wounds.
Jesus.
Whoa.
We need greater restoration.
Enhanced ability.
Ooh, hell yeah. There you go.
Now this is Dungeons and Dragons.
You know, we
12
never
hours, just let me die.
we never did we never did a like X card or lines and veils type conversation, so
Yet.
maybe we'll need to. No, I'm just kidding. So he said Ashton, right? As a name? I'm pretty sure he said Ashton, and I'm pretty sure that's the guy that let you into the building. Because it is an Earth Genasi, and that happens to be the Campaign 3 character for Taliesin and Critical Role, so I'm guessing
Oh,
you named it after
yeah.
him.
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah. I thought she had like a little halfling assistant? Maybe a gnome? No, I think it was a halfling.
I don't remember.
I got time. I can go back and look at my notes. Hey. Oh, read about the good old double bear pigs.
Ooh. Hopefully they're friends.
Hey,
You
it
still
is.
have a cursed bag of gems in the woods?
We
No, that's at
uncursed
the
it.
exorcism. Yeah,
Lost part of my face for a couple of weeks, but it's fine. It recovered.
that was that weird thing we did on the cart from the intersection of the Mason Fair all the on the way up to Whitlaw, where
I
like we
remember.
burned off the cover of one of the wagons basically with
This is a
holy
very
fire.
bad idea.
We really upset that caravan with that.
We're like, hey, Meeker, can you do us another favor? It's only like 7 things now, but we're cool, right? We're even still? Yeah, thanks.
Well, they had a military blockade too, and they're like,
What?
yeah.
I just came at the best time. Military blockade. What? All
A
right.
military blockade going to Whitlaw, and we burned our caravan cover.
Oh yeah.
First, the riches.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Sej, as you find the pool before you, how you place your dagger into the shallows so that it does not float away, it does not get out of reach, and you begin to kind of focus in on the sounds of the birds chirping, the water trickling, the bugs buzzing so peacefully, the wind blowing by. You feel still the warmth of the sun as it is in the afternoon. And some of the warmth is amplified as it's, the light reflects off the pool kind of back at you. What, who, how, tell me everything. I need to be able to visualize what is Sej doing. Where are you
I'm
standing? Where are
trying
you sitting?
to. Oh, everything that I'm doing, Sej is doing?
Yeah, I kind of want to see like how are you approaching this scry, and then we'll get into the scry itself.
I'll lay out my leaf along the shore or whatever could be the shore, just right up to the edge of the water.
Okay.
And I will sit down peacefully and close my eyes and hold my hand out towards the dagger
Uh-huh.
and try to think really hard about my brother.
Okay. All right. So as you close your eyes, beginning to focus in on your kin, your brother, that bond that you share. Uh, what are you asking? What are you trying to look for? Like you're looking for Ulrich the Stone?
Yes,
All right.
I am honestly just wanting to know what is his status. I just
Yeah. Understood.
haven't seen him since I left.
Okay. So, um, let's look at it. So your knowledge of this individual, you are very familiar with him, right? He is your
Mhm.
brother. You spent years together.
We
The
are blood.
means that the means that you are connecting by him, uh, you have a very clear picture of him. So there's a likeness there. You have a possession or a garment of his. I would imagine that you do have something of your brother's that you carry with you.
The dagger
Ah.
was ostensibly both of ours.
Understood. I believe you do not, however, carry a body part, a lock of his hair, a bit of his nail, or something that is actually from his physical being.
I actually have his tusk. No, I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
have his tusk.
Yeah. So, essentially, he is making a save against your scrying at a -9 penalty. So, let me just roll a d20. All right, yeah, no way he would save against that. Okay. So as you focus in, uh, allow that warmth from the sun to radiate on, your eyes are still closed, but you see the dagger in the water begin to kind of spin horizontally and then kind of vertically. And so it's just kind of like orbiting around trying to find your brother as it's spinning and spinning and spinning. And then it begins to slow down and then point in a direction. And the general direction for those that actually care, it is across the ways outside of Rune onto another land back home on the continent of Usagu, which is to the north and east of where you are from. And as the dagger finally kind of settles in the water, your eyes still closed, but you can see the dagger just in your mind's eye. You see it's nighttime. It is dark. The stars are out. Loon graces the night sky. Surya has long gone to rest, or continued her march and is now on your side of the world, where you stay. There is a camp out amongst not a barren wasteland, but a land that is of stone and canyon, shrub and cacti, uh, far from any type of like oases or something necessarily hospitable, though life still is there. Your vision comes to you low to the ground. It's a source that's scurrying around on the ground, and it takes a moment, but your vision is being carried by a night scorpion, a scorpion that glows ever so slightly at night. And as it travels along the surface of the sand and by little rocks and rubble and debris through the camp, it comes upon a tent of silks and silken rope held together very loosely but sturdy enough for what it needs to be for this evening. And you see the backside of a large, imposing figure sitting, legs crossed, arms folded as the scorpion begins to scurry around to get an actual view of your brother. There is Ulrich, the stone, spear laid out before him. In his perspective, it'd be horizontally, in some sort of prayer. Seems in peace from what you can see.
Think the light. I don't know what I expected, but I'm just glad.
For the sake of it, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Sure. Something that I would be looking for after. Oh God.
You can guide yourself, don't forget. Although I don't know if you can while
No,
you're scrying.
not
I'm in
nice.
a trance.
That's great. It's
Yeah.
well, it's concentration. So.
Yeah.
Perception. Oh
Yeah.
fuck. 11 total. I rolled a 2.
Okay, got it. All right, what were you looking for or something? You were about to
I
say
was gonna if I can like he's in peace doing a prayer.
Yeah.
It's obviously not like gravely wounded, so is he
No.
just like the tent area in the surrounding area? Is it like a military encampment type?
From what you could tell from the Scorpion's perspective, yes. Yes. He is in a military camp.
Is there like any map in the room?
Uh, maybe, but you rolled too low on your perception to be able to gather any
Okay.
other details and focus on really anything other than your brother, because that was the source of your scry, is your brother, and you see him at night in his tent or on the at the front of his tent. The tent flap is open, and there's a rope kind of keeping it open so air can move in and out of his tent. He is outside under the night sky amongst the stars and the moon, amongst loon, praying.
I don't really know what else to look for. I'll go outside of the tent and try to ascertain where he's at in
Hmm.
relation to our city. If I remember. I probably
I
wouldn't
understand.
remember, so that
I will
wouldn't work.
say, yeah, I'll say as you get this thought and the scorpion kind of around, it's such a small creature. It's such a small perspective in such a large place. There's no means where you to gain a perspective of where he is or any reference point. Um, when you look up at the night sky, well, you can see the stars and you can see that it's beautiful. It's because it's not the source of your sky. It's almost like it gets distorted and there's more light. It's getting stretched, so you can't even look at the sky to try to make out where your brother is. Again, because like it's everything's a little bit fuzzy until you focus on your brother. And then when you see your brother, he's, very in like simple, light, silken, garb right now. Legs crossed, hands on his, knees, focusing, breathing slowly, but not like in a bad way, just at peace.
Is he doing the same gesture that I'm doing right now at the scry pool with my hand out, like right in front of me?
Yes.
I'm gonna
No,
pull
the
out.
opposite hand. It's the opposite hand. So like if you do right hand, he does left
That's convenient because over there the toilets flush the opposite direction.
hand.
You have toilets?
They're an advanced society, man. Come
Damn.
Holy crap.
I'm gonna pull out of the scry and
Okay.
just laugh and then look up at the sun with my if the sun breaches this like little garden area
It does, yeah.
and put my hand up so it's not like burning my eyes or anything, but
Gotcha. Very well. So yeah, you saw your brother, Ulrich the Stone, alive and
I'm going to sending him.
oh great. Okay. Go for it. I actually have to pull up his notes. Give me a second.
I just had it pulled up. I can throw it to you if you want.
Maybe over. Let's see if I.
You can bullshit it too. I don't care.
No, I'm gonna bullshit a lot of it, but I have to still,
Please.
be
That's
within.
what DMing is.
That's what DMing is, but I still have to be within, the confines of more or less who he is. Seach, do I have your brother? All right, so I have father, brother, ally, enemies, organizations. Lord, I have like your whole original write up. All right. Yeah, there you go. That's good enough. Okay.
I sent you a thing on Discord if you wanted it.
Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to make sure that that was also his personality trait. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Ready.
Hey, this is Seach. It's been a long time. Oh god, I forgot to count.
You're
It's
at 1,
9
2,
so
3,
far.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
So, how are you doing? I'm much stronger now. I hope you are too, and that's it.
Still have 2 words. Menagerie XOX.
No idea.
Yes, yeah. Out of habit.
I'll tell you about the.
I'll tell.
I'll tell.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell on you.
Uh, so he's known as the Stone for many reasons. One of which being, he's very still and very tough and hard. And his voice coming through the sending is a little bit gravelly. Stronger. Good. If you ever make it here, Orzhov Syndicate continues to plague. Don't worry. I'm a barrier they can't pass. For now. Good to hear you. Brother.
Menagerie XOX.
Thank goodness.
It was the code.
Did I say that organization right? I don't remember how we actually pronounced it. I
Yes,
just kind of.
you did.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
Wow. So they still haven't ousted the syndicate yet. They'll be okay. And then I'll get up and start to leave.
As you reach in for your dagger, one of the
Oh
fish.
yeah, of course I'm not gonna leave the
Yeah.
dagger.
Yeah. As you get
I'll
up,
like
one.
almost leave it and be like, oh fuck. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
I kind of saw like one of the fish kind of splash their tail around, making some noise, so it kind of snapped you back into it, reaching for your dagger in your excitement. And then you, as you head out, kind of in your own headspace, you're too oblivious to see that Navori was kind of more obviously just kind of leaning over and kind of spying on you as you scried. But this is just kind of the cinematic picture. You don't even notice that she was kind of creeping, just kind of looking.
If she
And you
looks
walk
at me leaving, I am like grinning ear to ear in like the safety. I don't know what
Yep.
I thought.
Yeah. And then as you leave, getting to the front door, you hear a set of footsteps walking with you, getting a little bit faster. They step forward in front of you, open the door. Have a good day, Master Seach, as Ashton opens the door and you head out. All right.
At which point, Sesh,
Oh, Davis.
where'd everybody
I
else
thought
go?
you were going to the tavern.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
I did. It was fast. We just had a quick conversation.
Where
Do you know
did
where Al
everybody
went?
else go?
You don't know where they went?
No.
Ah, shit. Follow me. I have a. There's a couple places we could check. I know where I'm gonna go first. We'll check the Fox then, I guess.
Okay.
Did you get what you wanted?
Yeah, actually, I did.
Good.
Some good news from my continent.
Oh, okay. Walk and talk. You can tell me about it.
Well, I was scared that I've never been too good at scrying and other stuff that some clerics are really good at. But I think I was just convinced that my brother could be very easily been dead by now, and I haven't seen them or talked to anybody since I left, and we both left about the same time.
Oh, but
And
he's okay, I
I
guess?
was just very scared that if I sent a message or looked where he might be, that I would come up empty-handed. That terrified me, but after dealing with what we've dealt with, and I've already had a very easy to use pool.
For
He's
what?
okay. Actually doing pretty good.
Oh, good.
Well,
Okay.
I just got to take a peek and see where he's at, and well, there's things happening, but nothing he can't handle.
Cool. Davis looks bewildered.
Mhm. There you go. You got
So
Joan.
you lost everybody? How did that happen?
I thought some people were gonna come with me. I
I was convinced that you were the only one at the bar.
yeah. From our group, yeah.
That's not right.
Well, no, get this. You remember Hadriel, the bird person from the college in Whitlaw? They're here now.
Yeah,
They're here right
I
now.
wanted to use their giant gem for
Yeah.
the same reason that I just did at
Oh,
the boys' pool.
that's funny. Yeah, no. So I wanted to tell Al and say, hey, like the college people are like here on their way to Carver now. So, maybe meeting of the minds
That's
or something.
convenient.
Yeah. We gotta find him. So I guess.
Oh, so
Fox is
we
dead.
definitely need Al, right? Wait, shit. Where did everybody go?
I don't know. But I mean, we're supposed to meet up in what, like 2 hours anyways. So like,
Since,
the very least, we'll find
we're
her there.
in the square where the rock would be-ish.
Yes,
Do
Rock
I
would
see
actually.
a rock?
Yeah. I would say why not? If Rock is just in the square.
I mean,
Maybe.
I'm to myself because I would have been. You guys wouldn't have been asking where I am.
No.
Hearing me.
But you could certainly hear us for sure because we're loudly talking and walking and talking.
So how long has it been since you guys were doing things? Tell they're here.
10, 20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe a little
because a scry takes 10 minutes. Davis's conversation and walking probably was a total of 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So you had a 30-minute head start,
30
essentially.
minute head start. Okay, so I'll let them finish their talking.
No, I think that's it for me at least.
I wanted to come to the town square so I could basically I want to use I'll be using my thaumaturgy and all my spells
Mm-hmm.
to I want to tell some tales of the menagerie.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Whoever feels like coming by. Mostly because we started here, so people know us, and I nice to let them know what we've been doing, and maybe hopefully some people will throw me some coin because I realized I'm kind of.
Understood.
But yeah, and I mean, I'm loud. I'm full spectacle. I'm gonna tell them about like the dragon story and hags, thundercloud fights, and Pebbles doing magic with me, and it's a whole show.
So you're trying to put on I was gonna say like a bit of a performance, a little bit of story time, like a history lesson brought down.
Oh, I don't start off with like, hello, people of Bullpine, like, come hear the stories of the Crass Menagerie. Gather around, everyone. There'll be magic and excitement and thrills and
Okay.
don't miss the tales.
Because you're relying so heavily on your magic to bolster this, go ahead and give me an intelligence performance check. As you are putting on a performance and a tale, you're trying to keep it so that it's entertaining, but you're relying on your touch of the arcane and your knowledge to keep the story straight, but also weave in the magics and manipulate what needs to be done to show it as best as you can. So yeah,
Intelligence performance check. Does that mean it's +4 instead of
Yes.
-2?
Yes. Yes.
For frick's sakes. Uh, 7 total.
7 total.
Jeez.
I mean, you had portents, but I get you. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's interesting. You're really not getting much attention except for some of the small children that come to the square to play at during the how do I call it, during the hours before dusk, because it is a open space, it is safe. The parents can go to the various establishments in the area, and they know that their kids are playing ball or jumping rope or drawing with chalk. And while you don't necessarily draw in the attention of individuals that have coin at their disposal, you draw in the attention of some kids, and you ended up getting a decent crowd of, a dozen or so small halflings, humans, dwarves. There's even a young Goliath child, and they're just kind of, it's like when you have like a puppet show, right? They're kind of into it, and you're going through it, and they're like interacting with it. And when there's a moment like where you strike down one of the villains, they go with you and everything. So it's entertaining, if anything.
I mean, I'm good with that. Everybody there ends up with a Crass Menagerie or a Menagerie XOXO.
Damn, you're really using all
Oh,
your
you
spells.
okay? If you had the other, yeah, you would have the spell slot to do it again. So yeah, for sure. So
Oh yeah, like I'm full on like saying like I'll blow my entire spell book.
understood.
Like
Yay.
there's fire and there's just everything.
Yeah.
Making me get foggy for a while, and I just full on throw. But I obviously that's probably not gonna happen in 3 minutes. So I'm mid show when the other two would walk up.
Got you. Give me, as you're going through this, and there's that little bit of disappointment in not acquiring coin, but the joy of getting individuals to still listen, and you're having fun while you're doing this. I would imagine Rock having a blast doing this. Can you give me an Arcana check?
Yeah, sure. Let's use the 27 again.
Damn.
27. So you are currently going through this, and you are attuned to the staff of the croak,
Yes, I am.
the thermal riders,
Thermal
and
Riders and
broken engine.
yeah, which are integral to it because I'll be jumping around on things.
Yeah. It helps. Um, during your demonstration and some of your little Jones got up your show, uh, you don't necessarily notice it at the time, but then like after, or at least until you get interrupted probably by your friends. But as you're doing it, the engine itself is an integral part of it, as you're kind of using it as like another source, like another object
Player.
that you can interact with. Yeah, almost like another player, another puppet. And while the engine itself is not a sentient being or entity as far as, we've come to understand it, it is an extension of what you're doing. And if you were a kid and to use your imagination, you would say that it was having fun.
Interesting.
So you said you were still going when we walked by?
Oh heck yeah!
Oh, okay. And it's like a kind of middling to smallish crowd, Adam?
Yeah, I would say it's about a dozen or so, and it's all children. Like halfling, a Goliath, human,
I
all
will,
children.
if I may, I will immediately rush over to just like sit cross-legged in the crowd with them and just like start cheering and hooting and hollering and coaxing him on, and be like, "Yeah, that's awesome! Woo!"
All right. Uh,
When they run into you, I'll be like, "Behold, Davis the Mighty, and Sedge the Sun Touched, two of my party, two of the adventurers in these tales."
so as they do and they do that, like some of the kids, the kids, and Davis is down there with him, so they kind of like start falling on his shoulders, like, pick me up, I want to see how strong you are.
Woo! Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, so you do, and then another ones they come. Little halfling girl walks up to Sez and goes, "You're big." E. And then kind of
One
runs
day,
back.
one day you'll be bigger.
Yay! And she kind of is like, as a kid, she kind of just reaches out for your harem pants just to kind of soft. Why are you called the Sun Touch?
Look, it's touching us right now, and I point up at the sun.
Oh, I'm a Sun
It's
Touch
touching.
too.
It's touching
Yeah.
everything you see.
And she just kind of skips around and kind of joins back where the kids are sitting and gets back to listening. She kind of like reaches for your hand, try to have you come with her back to the story time. And Davis and Sej are all giving the reenactments and reaccountings of the Crass Menagerie.
Which, since the crowd is just all kids, is say embellished pretty pretty well. We're taking some pretty good liberties in our actual adventures for entertainment purposes. So you guys can do what you want with that.
I'm 100% following Rock's lead at every step.
Gotcha. So, the story is depicted, and how long do you think you're gonna go? Like an hour or what?
Yeah, I would say an hour is a good amount of time before I'm like, "Ooh, I'm tired."
Okay, yeah. So you had that 30-minute head start, so it's about another 30 or 20 minutes go by with Tej and Davis as part of it, and then you do like the collective bow, and you get like the cheers from the kids, and you drew some other individuals in. Can I get um, Davis and Tej to also give me well, I guess Davis performance because you would be kind of hooting and hollering, and then Tej. How would Tej contribute to drawing in more attention, possibly to this? What do you think? What would you be doing,
Um,
or nothing at all? Like if you were just listening as part of the crowd. Too many sources to perform. Sorry, Davis.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I'll just make a really bellowing elephant noise.
Oh, okay. I think that's what is that? That's well. You know what? We're gonna let you use your Constitution as you trumpet your horn. Go for it. Constitution check. So just D20 plus your Constitution.
17 total.
Heck yeah. There's like a good old solid trumpet that gets like startles some of the kids, gets some attention. Some people start gathering. Davis with the hooting and the hollering, the interacting and kind of being up there. The three of you are kind of acting with Pebble and the ore, the broken engine and Rook and the magic, and you end up drawing a fairly decent crowd as it's towards the end of it, as maybe some of the parents are coming to look for their kids and they find them kind of watching this display, essentially like a magic puppet show, and then you get some of their attention and you get some cheers, and a couple of the parents will be like, I know these guys, these are the ones that helped Volpine. There's some more celebration, and 17, 22, and then Rocks was what was your original roll? I already forgot it. Was it a 7 total?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so with that, some of the parents, they do throw some coin. You scrape up, let's say, a total of 4 gold, and 20 silver, so 420. Hey, blaze it.
Ayo.
Just of various tips and all that. And then, you hear like some of the parents say, all right, time to go home. We got to get ready for supper. And some of the kids are like, but we don't want to go. We want to hear the rest of it. But there we go. That is your little adventure. So 1 hour off the clock, at least for you three individuals.
David, are you saying you taking the money?
Yeah.
Okay, I had it on my. I'll take it off. Okay,
Sorry.
you can have it. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Want to make sure it's accounted for. So.
Gotcha. So jumping real quick, with travel time and everything, Al and Karos, to catch up on the time that we were at, you guys would have about 40 minutes at the Fox Den.
Man, these eggs. Like,
It's vegan, so they're fake eggs.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, they're
oh,
eggs
that's
though.
right.
They're
I
served as
forgot.
eggs.
Yeah.
They're
Only
eggs.
impossible eggs.
I always forget about that. It's
Leading up to the Fox's Den, Al would let Cars know about that. He'd be like, "Heads up, it is a vegan place. I'm pretty sure you look like a carnivore. I still haven't
You look
figured that
like a
out.
carnivore.
what does a carnivore look like?
You got some badass teeth. I need teeth like that.
It's just proper brushing.
Oh, I gotta step it up. Okay.
Make sure you
But
get when you have something that's a little sweet or it sticks in your teeth, you just got to make sure you really get in there.
yeah,
That's where it gets you.
I've been cheating with the illusory magic, but I really gotta, the teeth are really there. I gotta work on it. But anyway, we're mostly going here because the Weatherbees, fantastic people. We gotta catch up with them real quick. You can meet them, great people. But then don't order too much. I'll pay for anything you order. We can go get some better food after that. But
I
the
thought,
people,
it's
10 out
not
of 10.
the food's not good.
It's good. It's good.
Oh,
They make a lot with what they do serve, and I'm always impressed by that. But there's no meat on the menu, so I'm always like, eh,
I
I
mean,
can.
yeah, I get it. It's all about balance, right? You don't want to eat too much of any one thing to get a balanced diet. Get all the, I mean, you know,
Exactly. Yeah. And they've got some really good desserts, but it's not a good, main entree.
sure.
Ah, but yeah,
Okay, yeah.
there's some things on
Let's,
the menu we gotta try.
wait, isn't it, so out of character, this is the place where the drinking contest happened, isn't
One
it?
of them.
One of
One
them,
of them.
yes.
On the way out.
Yes. So this
Okay.
is where.
Ogre Buster?
No,
No,
that was
no,
that was
no.
Bronzuk in
That's bronze. That's
Okay.
all those named ones happened in.
Named ones.
The named ones happened in Green Hill. You reenacted a couple of them other places. Here, why do I remember? No, that was the original group. That something was thrown in the fire. I don't think there was anything. Just story time and people getting drunk when Karos and Seach were part of this group
Right.
coming through.
I did
Yeah.
not
Just
drink, and I
gonna.
let them get completely
Yes,
knackered. But
There you go.
I remember that, but I'm just saying, like, what happened? Because, like, in some of the stops here at the Fox Den, like, they had aberrant flesh worm getting thrown in the fire, and
yeah. Oh,
and
Rock
do you remember
pestering
that?
everybody about
Yeah,
a satchel.
Facts. Yeah, Rock pestering people about a magic satchel maybe or something,
That.
and then so I'm just trying to, because there's been at this point I think there's been about half a dozen official stops at the
Yeah,
Fox Den.
sounds right.
So yeah.
okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
you know this place as the place that your friends drank. You got to see them be themselves for the first time outside of an adventure situation, right? Yeah, and that it's run by the Weatherbees, a lovely couple of halflings, and their son Corny, have runs around and tries to help. And it's like for you, for I guess for anyone. It's a very quaint little establishment. It is essentially a hobbit's hole. So it is a natural hill that has been dug out, reinforced, and then there's some windows. Yeah, basically windows that are slatted boards on the top to allow sunlight in, as well as one or two in the front of the establishment. As mentioned, there are plants growing from the top of the hill, most notably a small tree whose roots run all the way through, and actually you can see them as part of the wall, as one of the back walls inside of the fox den. And you've been told that that's so that the dryads can come in and out as they see fit, because for some reason the weather bees have a very good relationship with the dryads.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But yes, it is vegan.
Seriously, these aren't eggs. Wow.
At Corny would go, no. But guess what I call them? I call them vagues. Haha. And he walks off.
Hit with the names. But yeah, it's hard to tell, right?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I've had a lot worse, like normal eggs, so that's why it's a little surprising. You know, because it's a common thing. A lot of places cook them, but God,
You know, a lot of places overcook them.
yeah. I mean, you overcook it, you undercook it. Like I like a little runny yolk. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes when you get the runny albumin.
Yes, it is albumin.
You would be the smart one, so you would know what it's called. Yeah, it's albumin. Yes.
I
Correct.
was kind of taken aback. You're like, I just called it the white. Oh shit, it's got a name.
Oh yeah, I mean, the white same thing, but yeah, I think I read that somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I can like the inside runny, but whenever that's runny, I don't know. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I just don't like.
Yeah. This is a bit too much. Yeah.
I mean, you could spend years, all the ways the eggs go into different dishes. He's just gonna talk about eggs for like
Rambling.
10 minutes. Like
Is he rambling or scrambling?
Conversation.
Ew.
I love this conversation.
it's not like Bubba Gump conversation about shrimp where he just mentions things, but he's like back where I came from, you had to go hunt for the eggs. We didn't have any chickens around there, but you could gather some up, and they had some textures. But and then when I got to the mainland, people were baking with them, and that's a whole other, for desserts and stuff. And
I
Oh,
just
I
love this
would have tried.
conversation.
I would have tried to pull. I forgot Father Weatherby. I forgot his
Uh-huh.
name.
Django.
Django Weatherby. Yeah.
Django. Damn.
Django
He
and
would try to
Janetta.
pull him in.
Yeah.
Thank you. Would have tried to pull Django in kind of early on, but then started getting distracted, and then eventually invested in the egg conversation. And I'm hoping Django would be throwing in his ideas as well, and Al starts taking notes after a while. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's like, actually, what we do, uh, I gather some dew from a very specific cacti that only manages, it's a cactus, but it really wants to grow in damp areas. So it's like kind of weird. And the flowers collect the dew. And when I get the dew, then I just kind of throw in a little bit of like some cooked down corn starch, and it kind of adds that texture. And then honestly, it tastes just like eggs. I don't get it. The yellow coloring, it's just adding a little bit of flower petals when it's soaking, so it gets stained yellow. And that's how you get the yellow and the white, or the vagues, as Pony likes to call them. Yeah,
Sweet
it's pretty cool.
corn? You sure it's not magic? What the hell?
No, it's just flowers, eggs, and cactus dew.
I mean, you gotta respect that. Just using what you have at your disposal. That's.
I mean, it's nature's food, right? Just gotta figure out how to make it palatable. So I'm glad you like them.
Yeah.
Need anything else right now? It's nice to see some recurring faces. It's been a while. You guys have been busy from what I can hear. I heard the name of y'all's group a few times, probably once or twice a week nowadays.
It's been
I'll do a
a
little.
yeah. Or
I'll,
go ahead.
I'll do a little flex. He hadn't even said Crass Menagerie yet, but he's ready for it. The concept of Crass Menagerie has been mentioned.
Yeah, it's been a real hectic couple of months. So it's good to finally get back on the road and not be worried about a giant cloud trying to destroy the, city we're in. It's nice.
I heard something about that. That sounds very unpleasant. But,
Oh, quite.
well, I mean, I don't know. You probably wouldn't want to be here with our boring lives either. I'm thinking something in between would probably be for you.
He'll kind of nod to that, sip on the coffee or tea or whatever they've got.
It's like, oh, need a refill?
Ooh.
Uh,
Al might have recommended they had like a honey ale, or was it a mead? They had something sweet, I believe.
They do after the bees portion of their name. Yes.
Yes. Would have recommended that up front. Yo, you gotta try this. One of the best things on the menu.
all right, I'll give it a shot.
All right. You know what? Let's make it 3. I'll get myself one too. I
Hey.
and he goes to the back. You see Janetta poke her head out and wave, but she's busy doing things. Good to see you boys again. Kind of goes back.
Always a
He
pleasure.
comes back with 3 of the Weather Bees specials. And it is basically like a very dark, like almost it almost looks like honey. The consistency is of ale, but the color is like a dark honey. And it's good. It is sweet. It's like a dessert drink. Uh, and conversation is pleasant. Food is good and surprising. Whatever you get, surprises you that it is just actually vegan. And Corny is buzzing around the whole place doing corny things, being a kid. They have clientels and they have people taking care of them, but it's a fairly quiet evening at this point. During some of your conversations, you would hear some reverberating sounds and booming voices coming from the square, just a little bit off the way as you're kind of listening. That sounds like Rock's having fun.
As always.
So,
Should we gotta get the rest of the guys in here at some point. At least say hi, if nothing else. I gotta finish my drink first.
If only I had told them where the fuck we were going.
Oh well. Too bad.
Oh, it's nice just to have a little money. We've been traveling together so much, and just get a few moments to break down. I mean, company's great, right? Don't get me wrong, but you get a little drowned out as everybody's just kind of doing their own thing.
Absolutely. And this place it's so calm. That's why I always like coming here every time we visit.
Yeah, it's
The hearth, the people, the mead.
I mean, it's usually calm, but then you guys come here and then something happens.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't deny that. We've gotten better, at least, right? The first time was a shit show, but there's a lot going on that wasn't us specifically. I don't know.
You were on the trail of figuring out what was wrong in our town, so understood.
Okay.
And it was the first few times, not the first time.
And,
Hello.
how about this visit so far? Pretty calm. Pretty calm.
Yeah, just waiting for, I don't know, the ceiling to cave in or something. But maybe we'll call this lucky evening or afternoon. As he looks outside, like, oh yeah, afternoon. Well, you guys staying in town or just pit stop?
Yeah, we gotta get going in. How long have we been here?
At this point, it'd be towards the first hour that you guys have been here, so a couple hours to go.
Yeah, we got a couple couple hours. Gotta get out of town. Moving on the way. It's kind of a side track.
Mhm.
Just a nice detour.
All right. Well,
Yes.
so boys heading up to Whitlaw to Green Post.
Yeah.
Beyond. What's the plan? If I may ask, you know.
Yeah. Now on the head. We're giving Whitlaw a shot. Got some unfinished business there. Hoping I can study a little bit.
Okay.
I'm paying a trip to the College of Fascinations, but I'm sure the rest of my friends over here have some other goals as well. Yeah, we'll just spend a few days up there. Do what we can.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're traveling. We're stuck with a caravan, so we've got to not slow them down.
I think I heard them rolling on by Dusty Pick folk, right?
Yeah. Are they that recognizable?
I mean, each caravan drawn by two plainscow security detail. That was well, I guess that's you guys missing, but yeah, they're a large caravan, so noticeable. Not in a bad way. They're good. They're good folk.
Okay. Got their they got their plan. They always stick to. Okay.
Scheduled kind of people, from what I get.
Time is money, as they want to say.
I've heard that. So
I would actually look at Carlos on that security note. Are we supposed to be doing a job? Or are we? Is everybody chilling out for? It's just for the road, for the highway, right?
I mean, I can't imagine there's a lot of towns even as, because Volpine's kind of small, right? Like, or is it?
Yeah. I mean, look at how calm everything is. Look at where we're at right now. Should we check on the caravan?
I mean, we could walk by. I mean, I'd be kind of
Yeah,
surprised if anyone was bold enough to rip roar down the
it's,
middle of town here.
it's only a couple hours, but yeah, it's worth walking by, asking if they need anything. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's at least it's at least professional.
Yeah, professional. I like it. It's been fantastic catching up with you all again. I'm gonna see if we can get the rest of the menagerie in here. At least say hello or something.
that'd be lovely. I know Janetta would like to see all of you boys. Everybody's still intact. Same members of last time, because I know we left Marb and Grant down in Green Post. I think that was their names. Yeah.
Spot on. Yep. Everybody's still intact. Doing pretty good.
False.
Just oops.
Good. I'm happy
That's
to
a
hear that.
lie.
We don't talk about ours. No. How much I owe you? Been eating
Uh,
the eggs.
the
What they call
Vagues. They're
it?
V
Eggs.
eggs pronounced vague because it's vague. What is it? What is this? It's Vigs. Um.
Vaguely eggs.
Uh.
I like it.
Vaguely eggs.
For both of you, total of 6 silver. Good seeing you.
Silver. All right. Consider this a tip. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll drop 1 gold.
All right.
Big
Scoops it.
tipper.
Appreciate it. As always, if the rest of you swing on by this trip, great. If not, until the next time you guys come to Volpine.
Nah, I'm gonna wrangle up the rest of the guys. Get them in here. At least say hello.
Gotcha.
You haven't. We're the first ones you've seen, right?
Yes. As of today, yes. I think, what, some of you came by, was it 3 weeks ago on your way down to Green Post? But that hasn't been a
No,
while.
nah, it's not enough. All of us are coming. All of us are dropping by this time.
All right. Well, looking forward to it. Like I said, if you swing by, I'll make sure Janetta and Corny say hello as well. I know they'll be happy to see you.
Perfect.
Hmm.
See you soon. Thanks.
Thank you. And as you guys kind of head out with food, discussion, and all that, you would be seeing the tail end if you were to step out and look into the square of Rock's exhibition and the show that he was giving the square. And Sej and Davis are there.
God,
So-
that's a lot of kids.
So many.
Every child in Bullapine.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll say 1 hour off of the 3-hour clock. So you got 2 hours. If you wish to, or we could just go ahead and walk on over.
The last thing Al would say before we spot Rock and all the kids, he'd mentioned to Karos. That's a place I found out. I always thought mead was more of like a beer or an ale. Turns out it was closer to a wine. So I had like this many of them, and it was 3 times as many drinks as I expected. And that's why it just hit me, and I was like, this is a bad idea. So I wouldn't recommend. Oh, is that Rock? Holy shit, that's a lot of kids.
That is a lot of kids.
When Karos and Al come in, you look at Davis, and you'd be like, "Hey, more of the Crass Menagerie. Karos, the mightiest."
Oof.
Like, Davis.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oof.
Davis just is gonna give you the fucking evil eye for sure.
I'd watch from a distance, but as soon as you mentioned that, just stare at everybody like, what, what?
For the sake of it, just for fun, give me an intimidation check, Davis.
Okay,
Just-
sure. Yeah.
I don't think you're
I'm gonna prefer myself. I'm not even asking.
All right, that's fine. It's against his passive insight, so he'll.
It's 23 total.
Yeah. Rock feels. You definitely notice the death glare.
Oh
Rock.
yeah, it's not subtle.
If you intentionally said it that way or not, it's just funny.
You know, that was on purpose.
Yeah.
I know it bugs Davis a little, so
Yes. In this case, more than a little. He's just.
I've
If
been
there weren't
working
kids
out. God damn it.
Oh, that's so good. Holy crap, are you seeing this? Ah.
I was like,
Um,
some shit started. Let's go.
Yeah. So,
Karos will like put his hand up to his mouth to like fake cough, so that he doesn't appear to be laughing.
Al cracks a bigger grin seeing the actual laughing.
yeah.
I guess everyone needs an itch. So I'll look at Al and I'll be like, and the leader of our group, Al, the multi-talented, the sensual, and the lately very obsessed with clowns.
Well, I'll do a lot of things. And he's
Actually,
just kind of like,
as soon as you
off
say
guard.
that, Davis has a light bulb moment where he's like, "Oh crap, Al, come here!" And then I'm just gonna like run over, literally grab you aside, like pull you aside, and be like, "Hey, over at the Silver Spur, Hadriel, yeah, Hadriel, from the College of Fascinations, they're there right now."
Hadriel?
Yeah, the who was with Joel? Remember we went down there that one evening?
Yeah, that's just like
Yeah,
2
they're
days
like
from going
trying
there.
to go do something about the storm, or they're like studying it or something. I don't know, but it's
The
like,
storm?
yeah. You want to go?
Holy shit, we're on the same page.
Yeah. Let's go.
We don't have a lot of time.
It's fine.
I want to put on a show.
Come on. Let's go.
And as Al walks by, do I have any illusory stuff besides minor illusion? I got mad spells, right?
You're gonna like try to do some. While I'm leaving, here's my spells for the show.
Blah, 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 blah. Spells everywhere. Just vomiting spells everywhere. Blah, 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 blah.
Should polymorph Carlos into a mouse, please?
Polymorph is the. Actually, that could work. He's gonna minor illusion a little puff of purple cloud above his head and make a really cheesy like, oh, I guess I got my head in the clouds. And when that doesn't get a response from the kids, he'd be like, fuck. Davis, I need your help for a minute.
Okay.
I'll turn you into a fucking gorilla. We're gonna go
Oh god damn it.
onward. Pick me up and take me to the college Copy got it, babe.
Oh, okay. Is that fast? Yeah, I guess that's faster.
It is faster. If it weren't for the fact that the kids were like seeing all the magic and everything and that, they just kind of go along with it. Otherwise, you would have caused a fucking panic.
Say
I
if
will
we're moving
say,
kind of fast, as soon as we get around the corner, I'm gonna break the concentration.
yeah, I
It,
was gonna
I just want
say,
it to be a quick, like, 15-second thing.
okay, got it. Because like, you start, and then like you see Al as you're like riding on Davis's shoulder. Like there are some adults starting to like drop their jaw
With a
and scream
gigantic
from
ape in town.
and they're about to like run for help, and it drops.
I will
Yeah, and
peek around the corner, wave his hand, be like, sorry,
I'm
sorry.
absolutely face planting when you do that because I don't know you're dropping concentration, so I'm fucking like running on my knuckles and shit, and just like,
I turn around a bit later and see faceplant is still like,
Oh.
oh shit, oh my bad, oh
Oh.
fuck.
hey, you gotta let me know, dude.
Quick healing word. My bad. That was completely on me. Oh shit.
Let's go.
Sorry, they didn't like the cloud joke. I gotta work on my material a little
That
bit.
was a joke?
Not a
What's the
joke,
joke?
more. I don't know. I panicked. There's no time. We gotta go. My,
Yeah.
my my head is literally in the clouds. I gotta figure out what the fucking cloud is doing. I can't say that around the kids. We gotta
Davis
go.
just
Let's
goes.
keep walking. Yeah, let's go. Your shrine is bigger than mine. Slow down. You're in your fucking gate.
Nah, we have the same walking speed. So.
You guys,
Whoa.
yeah.
It's not dragged our I'll admit
I mean,
that. That's
technically, you could beat me there if you conspirators crest 4 times.
good.
All right.
That would have been cheaper. Magic trick. Shit.
or 5 times now, right? Because of proficiency.
Proficiency bonus. Yeah, yeah. It's either I think it's uses as proficiency bonus, and
It
the
is.
amount
It is.
of ravens is proficiency bonus.
Oh
Okay.
shit, that's nice too.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now you got 5 points of potential distraction.
Oh, it
Nice.
is. It is proficiency ravens. Nice.
Holy shit.
So, all right. To the group that is not going to Hadriel, anyone doing anything specific or particular? Or you just gonna, we're just gonna jump straight to the Hadriel section. Very well. Sounds good
I
to
think
me.
I would just go to the cart.
Yeah, I figured as much. Saj is in a very good mood. I
I bring
will
up the
say
security thing again.
yes.
Yeah, after the show, I just want to go drink and eat.
Gotcha. So there's the Fox Den, readily available right there for you if you wish to go. Rock. Says, on your mind is to go back to the cart and you just follow the Mason Fair byway out uh, through the west of town, and then you see the caravan, which are like they're large 3 wagons being pulled by 2 plains cows each. They're just at the outer guard tower resting, and you see the plains cows eating and drinking as they have large water troughs for them, kind of refueling as you were. And then Karos, your choice of what you're doing. If you're going back to the Fox Den with Rock, or if that's where Rock decides to eat, or if you're just going to go do security detail. But going to the Hadriel portion then. Davis, you return with Al in tow, and Derek is. I don't think you left anything, so.
No, 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 no,
Back
no.
for more?
We're back to Hadriel's here, right? You said. I mean, can I ask what room? Are they here?
I can let them know that someone is
Sure,
looking.
sure, perfect. Yeah.
You got the Thorpe Scholar. What's going on here?
I mean, yeah. Just tell him Davis and Al from the Menagerie are here, and we're here to talk about the storm, even. So yeah, just let him know.
All right. Give me a few moments.
Sure, sure.
And again, like I try to point the picture, benches on the side, tables in the middle. It's where the upstairs is. It's that you walk in and there's the middle portion goes all the way up, and there's no floor, right? And then it goes to the second floor.
Oh, cool.
But then on the outside, it's the U, and then there's rooms all along the outside.
Nice.
So it kind of goes up the stairs, You
In the
see him
meantime,
go to a door.
I'll point to my face that's like covered in like dirt and mud, and just Al and be like, "Would you mind?"
I gave the healing word. I forgot to clean it up.
Yeah.
And he's gonna
Thanks.
pause the loot, do a little prestidigitation. I apologize. We did that
No,
after
it's
talking to
fine.
the guy.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm getting sloppy, and then I cast the spell.
Nice. Good job.
Okay. So, that being said, a few moments later, Adriel and with their the Tengu, so a long, more like a stork or a crane, like than a raven, if we were to compare him to Marb, comes on down, uh, wearing college robe-like attire, still looking kind of scholarly and everything, though much more on the travel sense and much more on the leisure sense since they're resting. Wrist still wrapped in what looks to be either fabric or scrawlings. It's kind of hard to tell with this individual because the first time that you met them, it was hard to tell where their clothing ended and just scrolls began. But now it's much more obvious, and they come and say, um, "Thank you, Mr. Derek." Walks over. "Hello, Davis,"
Right.
and
You remember us from Whitlaw a while back, right?
it's been some time. Uh, the
Yeah, and we were in a bit of like a
Your
rush.
friend had a mark upon them. Yes, yes, yes. I do
Yeah, that
recall.
we took care of that. Joel's cousin, I think, right? Who's here in town, Morgan. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan,
Really
yeah,
did the
yeah.
job. Perfect.
Oh,
Uh,
pleasant, pleasant, pleasant.
so, uh, Meeker tells me that you guys are on your way to Carver, right?
We are. In fact, it is my turn to take some first-hand studies of that interesting storm phenomenon that seems to be shackled there.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna let you guys. This is y'all's thing, so y'all just have at it. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. First off, great to see you again. He's gonna offer a handshake.
Pleasure. Handshakes. Fingers are elongated, and then they have the extra like talon-like claws, but they're still very good at doing handshakes with normal hands.
Mhm. He's it's not a direct correlation, but Al is so concerned with the cloud he forgets with Marb the handshake would always be at the wrist to check for daggers. So he offers
Uh,
that. He offers that to Hadriel.
Gotcha.
Like,
And
can't you do this?
he seems to. Oh, very well.
That's racist.
Does
Maybe
he? Maybe, but you get the proper wrist, the upper, the clasping handshake kind of thing.
he's hiding a
Uh,
scroll.
yeah, his fingers wrap like all the way around, like they're, you know, it's
Okay.
long. He pulls back. So, this you wish to discuss the Z Storm.
Absolutely. Anything and everything you've learned that I haven't learned, and vice versa. We need to share as much as we can because this thing is it's been brewing and sitting in place and being angry for months now. We have to do something about it.
Well, that is one of the most fascinating aspects of it. I heard that, well, your group was able to at least stop it in some capacity. As to why it has not fully dissipated and why it acts the way it does, I mean, I am the curator of supernatural. This certainly falls under that purview. I am a little bit embarrassed to say that this is my first time actually going to see the storm myself. All of my understandings come from my colleagues and students' notes and their own hypotheses and all.
Ah, from the other college attendees and scholars that have been To Carver
Exactly.
proper. Okay, okay.
Yes. I am excited to see it, but at the same time, I have concerns.
Hmm.
As you know, uh, soon it will be the time for Thrisson, where, let's say, supernatural and odd and paranormal tends to run amok. So I have uh, a shaky feeling at the best. But I hope it is just me being, a student of superstition and
All right.
follower of, well, the oddities. That is just me being extra cautious.
No, absolutely. Anything, a little bit of paranoia, a little bit of caution really helps out with something as uncertain as this. But for as long as we have been watching it, um, along with the Dryad and the college's help, we've been able to keep it in place every day thus far. Um, you do make
Uh,
a fair assumption with not Triton, what's it called? Shit.
Tristan.
Tristan, thank you. Um, yeah, Tristan with all the supernatural kind of rears up. That's where I was grew up with fairy tales on Islam was like everything would become a little more angry, a little more scouring the plains on
Yes.
Tristan.
And unique events such as certain plants only blooming on either Thrisson or so there is a natural supernatural cycle to it all. And I worry that something of that nature being exposed to something of this type of day may cause something. But again, it is perhaps me just being overly cautious, having spent majority of my life studying the occult. But
Years of practice, I feel like you've probably got a good hold if you've been receiving notes from your colleagues that visited the town already.
it is interesting, and I was, please forgive me not to nitpick, but you do not have it completely bound. As I understand, it does move slightly on the day or in the evenings.
Very slightly, but yes, and across time that certainly adds up. It's one of the reasons why it's top of my priority list right now to try and figure out how do we. What?
The fuck?
What do you mean it moves? No, no. But yeah, no, just minute amounts daily. It really adds up. That's not a good time.
No, I mean,
We have to get this addressed.
yes, and I heard from my colleagues that nomadic folk are starting to gather by the storm. Hopefully, it is nothing. But
Mm, nomadic, not specifically the dryad folk, right?
no,
Just others.
just others that have heard word of
Mm,
well, of something that they can actually visualize, something tangible. It tends to draw hmm, anything, really. It is it is not a unique occurrence, you know, a what this town not but not even a year ago, right? Had that strange cow calf born here, and it attracted many a folk. Similar,
ah, okay, so similar folk just scouring, looking for anything to pique the interest in the area. Okay, okay.
you know,
Oof.
I mean, there's just like anybody who wants to see signs and things, and that's like, ooh, something crazy happened. Maybe it's a sign, right? So maybe it's like that.
yes,
Hmm.
it's people will put their own will how do you say project their own hopes and
And fears.
wishes upon yes upon something
Yeah, you ask two different people, be like, "Oh, this is a sign of great things," and somebody's like, "Oh, this is a sign of terrible doom." It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Precisely. But often or not, one is either correct or something in between, you know. So it is always just concerning because they have, as far as I can see, all right to gather and observe the storm. But when does gathering, observing become something else that becomes concerning for the rest of us?
yeah.
Hopefully, in this case, it is just my years of studying this material that is making me cautious.
You said it's your turn, right?
But fortunately, I have been occupied and extremely busy
But
back at Whitlaw.
does that mean that other folks from your college have been coming and going?
My some of my colleagues, my apprentices, and some of my greater students, I have been sending to
Okay.
assist with the dryads of the New Grove
Yeah.
and some of the more arcane practice individuals that the Adventurers League is able to, uh, well, have assist us. So, yes, in about a week from now, I will be observing the storm with my own two eyes.
Okay.
Okay. Then the time like the now to tell you the theory and practice that me and my allies have been able to, I guess, write up over the last few months, being right next to it. Kind of some
Hmm.
ideas to
Didn't you guys like write it down?
Rock did, but I've been looking at that thing almost every day for
That's true.
4 months. I probably won't be able to detail all of it, but I can direct you to the source. So first off, once you do get there, once you do get comfortable, this little place, there's a knot bar called the Dusty Pick. They were very kind to let me borrow their spare room. I guess it's an adjacent home rather. Um, you'll find two of the four walls in there have a lot of data, a lot of research on the walls. As you can tell by taking two walls, it's a lot of shit. It's everything I've gathered over 4 months with some allies' help to adjust things. There's a lot of question marks, a lot of open-ended things there, but Dusty Pick, you mention my name, Allegretto, or the Menagerie, and they should let you take a look as long as they shouldn't have taken it down. They better not have taken it down. I swear.
They might have taken it down.
Damn it. It's just ramblings. Ah.
Right. I mean, I don't know if they're using it for anything else, though. Who knows?
Do you or any of your colleagues know? It's the one Sedge knows. I think it's called sending, where you send a message really far away. Do any of you or your colleagues know how to cast that spell?
I unfortunately have not been blessed with the talents of the arcane. I simply study them. My
Still,
apologies.
still a very admirable effort. There's so much to study and learn. It's still helpful in the grand scheme of things. Especially in the context of the storm. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Okay.
interestingly enough, not being able to rely on such practices forces me to come to terms and use different approaches that does not perhaps use it as a crutch. It is perhaps what has allowed me to be somewhat successful in my practice.
Mm,
Though,
understandable.
Dusty Pick, Allegretto from the Crass Menagerie,
Yes.
two sets of
And
walls.
yes, yes. And whether the walls are still there or they're not, feel free to send a letter or a message to Whitlaw, uh, addressed to me or the Crest Menagerie, just letting us know if it is there, if it's not there. I guess we can start with that, and then
If you need a, like, bucking meds will be where we'll probably be. Since I can't imagine you just, I don't know, you guys do all
Whitlaw's a
sorts of
bit
stuff.
big to be addressing
Yeah,
just
just,
a
yeah.
Good call.
Bucking Mads.
Yeah.
I will try to remember
Thank you.
that. Perfect. Um, so, is there anything
So,
else? Yes, as far as details.
um, so looking into some of the high level stuff, we can transfer what we can in like the next 20, 30 minutes. Have you heard of Alohi before? And I was just gonna start like rambling through all kinds of
Fire
shit.
hose. Boom.
Yeah, just
Very well. Um,
they're beings, but they're not really beings in the common sense, you know, that it's just gotta
yes. So, it's an archaic term. At least for Alohi, we'll go into this and then we'll probably call it an
okay.
evening. Well, Alohi is a term that I had stumbled across ooh, at the beginning of my studies long ago. Very archaic, very forgotten. In fact, a word that many, even of the scholarly type, do not recognize. I I have come to terms that they are in relation to forces that are at the very fabric of our existence, that make up what we understand to be reality. Yes. Uh, as far as if my memory serves me correct, it is the four recognizable elements of fire, water, earth, and wind, and then the essence of decay, of life, of gravity, and for Lord's sake, I forgot the last one.
Chaos.
And that's decay. Chaos is decay.
Shit, you're right. Then I
Light
just
is weak energy. So it's light is strong energy.
uh
Oh, and electromagnetism, the attraction of all things in life,
yes.
and the bond. It is any combination of these forces that reality is fabricated from. And in an interesting discussion, it is, did the god or gods create these forces, or are they simply something that the gods utilize? But that is not where Alohi come into play. Alohi, as you said, are constructs of these fundamentals. You used the term illusion or something. Uh,
Yes,
they
yes.
are, yes, they are
Illusions of the flesh is what I've been
interesting.
seeing a few times.
Interesting. I've tried to put that to memory. But yes, they are things that have been spawned by into creation by the fundamentals. Is it to say that it is to then impart and imply that these fundamentals are indeed somewhat conscious and aware of what they are, what they do. But as to what is the purpose of having such potential vessels as well, to use the menagerie's recent story, as I've heard, a dragon.
Yep.
Uh, what is the reason for something of such vast influence upon all that we understand to need a creature such as a dragon? It seems limiting, but anywho,
Hey,
it's just
uh, one, I gotta ask. So, like, something, like, have you heard of Agni? The fox that is the Foxwoods is, like, named after her?
I know of the stories of the Foxwoods,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
spirit.
yeah,
Yes,
the fox spirit. Yeah. Would there
the
be any?
playful trickster. Mhm.
Yeah. Could that be like an Alohi or something too? If from what you've heard.
I do not know. Uh, I did not realize that it was actually an entity. I figured it
Yeah,
was more
no. It's yeah.
fascinating.
We've also
Perhaps.
come into contact with him as well.
Well, fascinating.
Thank you.
Honestly, I do not know. Perhaps if I had a chance to discuss with it, and if it was a kind entity, maybe we could learn and ascertain its nature.
Yeah,
Assumptions and hypotheses are to be made.
it seems far less interested in meddling with things than the Aristotar, the dragon did.
Ah, well, mm, I unfortunately on these I am not well educated. Dragons are not my purview,
Very well.
as they are still creatures of magic. Well, as I have come to grasp, they are essentially creatures of fundamental forces. I think that would be perhaps the way to look at the Elohi, where there are creatures of nature, creatures of magic, creatures of different realms. Elohi are creatures that are fabricated of the fundamental forces.
Hmm.
Again, it's just something to, just another mystery or something to unwind and try to understand. Perhaps something.
Well, how long are you gonna be in Carver? Because we're heading to Whitlaw, so if we're gonna be in Whitlaw for a while, maybe you'll make it back by the we'll still be there.
Mm, I have set aside the better part of the month as I intend to observe what is going to happen, especially on Thursday. Day.
Ah, true.
You had heard my concerns. Uh, in fact, I am hoping to get approval from the college to have a contingency of some more of my colleagues to
Anything
come.
anything we can do to help when we get there?
Mm.
I mean, we have some pretty obvious connections to the storm,
Well,
right? So
you make a point.
yeah, just if you.
I'm Yes. If you would, uh, seek out,
I'm
and I
looking at Al
shall.
during all the. As soon as he starts giving
I
orders, I'm looking directly at Al and
yeah.
like, you getting this right?
Oh, okay.
I shall provide parchment with my seal.
Oh,
That's
okay. That makes it easy.
to
Good, good.
assist. But yes, uh, I would request that you seek out uh, Headmaster Butcher, uh, and when you meet with them, express what you have seen in the store. Perhaps you can sway them to assist me in my studies, and perhaps entertain my superstitious concern.
Works for me. What do you think?
No, absolutely. The right now, the more hands and research we can get into the storm, the better. When you figure this thing out sooner than later, it's certainly not fair to the Dryads and everybody else helping out in the city to spend day after day keeping the thing in place. It has to be resolved.
Just for clarity, Headmaster Butcher, what do they look like? Just so we don't walk up and they're like, yeah, I'm Headmaster Butcher.
Also,
Ah,
is Butcher a title or a name?
it is their name.
Wow. I'm gonna look at Davis and be like, that's fucking metal. They gotta snap out of it.
Uh,
It's just a name, man.
uh, what is
I
Headmaster
mean, yeah,
Butcher?
you don't have to know, but I just wanted to get the info now. Like, you don't have to have it now. Just I wanted to make
Yeah,
sure that we asked.
gotcha, gotcha. I'll try to remember to have it
Okay.
right up on
Yeah, we
one
can
for
get
you.
it later.
I literally just have a name.
Got it.
Cool. Um, so, well, Al Davis. I am more curious if you would entertain me. for what time you have.
Sure. We got 30, 40 minutes we could stay, I think.
Perfect. Please. I'm curious to hear some more of your tales and stories. Enough of the
Okay.
storm. And
I
Yeah,
need
yeah,
help
yeah,
remembering
exactly.
one thing.
uh,
When we finish this on our way back to the caravan, we gotta ask Sej, see if we can see if he can help message the Dusty Pick. Can't talk anymore. Um, see if that wall is still up and if they can keep it up. That's a lot of shit. Even if they've taken part of it down, leave the rest of it up. I don't know. We need to. It's too much information just to be thrown in the garbage. They can't throw it all away in 4 hours. It's too much for that.
superb. Very well. And that's
Otherwise,
where. Go ahead. Go ahead.
otherwise, there's a lot of information we got to share right now. So let's get to it.
Okay. And we will cut to Davis and Al as like the camera super pans up as they're starting to have a discussion. Derek brings some waters and some ales and yada yada, and then the camera pans over, sweeping by the over Volpine, landing back at the far western side where the rest of the menagerie are with the caravans waiting for their two companions, as they will set off in the rest of the afternoon and travel for a portion of the night, heading west for about 3 more days
As the
before they lead.
as the camera is panning up and out, can we get the one Inception like boom?
Sure,
Wom.
why not? And that is where we will end session 136.